Hey everyone, this is James from Atlanta Vinyl, and I'm here to tell you about our brand new puff screen print transfers. This is something that we've been working on for a very long time, so we're very excited to be able to present it to you. And I'm very excited to also be able to walk you through the process today of putting together an order, building your sheet, and getting everything properly submitted so that you can get it turned around to you quickly. Now, with the puff transfers, you can get to them multiple different ways. You can click on puff transfers here, which will take you to a screen that will show you the 16 different colors which you're able to have your puff screen printed transfers printed in. It'll also let you know a little bit about the products, about the size of the gang sheets, application instructions, different things of that nature. There's also going to be some blogs here talking about adherence to cotton and cotton polyester blends, as well as growing your business with puff transfers. Now, if you click here to upload your artwork, it will take you through to the puff transfers product page. Now, the minimum quantity of sheets of, well, I should say, the minimum quantity for sheets is 8. Now, this means a sheet with 8 sheets of all of the same design and same color. Now, if you need multiple colors, you'll need to submit multiple orders with at least 8 sheets into them. You can also see here on this page that the puff screen print transfers have a 2-day printing turnaround time. This does not include shipping turnaround time. As well as you can also see here that the pricing is tiered. So the more sheets that you purchase, or I should say the more of the same sheet that you purchase, the better the cost gets then for you. There's also some other information here, some artwork guidelines about the space that you need with the puff effect as the material puffs out to make sure that parts of your design aren't lost in this process, as well as other things about sizing, copyrights, and other things of that nature. There's also going to be then application instructions, sizing chart, as well as items about shipping and returns. But what you'll want to do here is you'll select your color here into the product page. You can always change this later in the builder if you need to as well. But then you'll come down here to this rectangular black box and you'll select Upload Images. Once you'll do this, this will take you into the gang sheet builder. And if you've built a gang sheet with us before, either DTF, UV DTF, or sublimation, then this may look fairly familiar to you. Now, in this process, you won't have the auto build function since we're only really building one sheet. So you go ahead and you click Start a Brand New Gang Sheet, and then you can go ahead and bring in your designs here as well. I'm going to bring in this design that I've used a couple times before for different things. And if we're going to do white puff, we can always also use the change image color function in the builder to make it look like white puff. Right? That this could potentially help us to kind of visualize the product better. Now, if we were in a situation where we had this on our board and we submitted it like this, this is going to print only in white puff. So it's also maybe a tool that you use to avoid confusing yourself or having to have our artwork team reach out to you to say, hey, we noticed there was different colors on your board. We just want to make sure that you're expecting everything to be printed in the color ink, in this situation, the white puff that you had selected. Now, you're also able to do things into the builder when you're building a gang sheet. Say we wanted to make this a bit smaller, right? But then we needed maybe 5 more of them. We can always duplicate our image here to fill out our gang sheet. Or say we want a total of 12 onto our sheet. This will let us know if we run into any issues with filling our sheet. If there's anything overlapping, the builder will let us know then with that. And hypothetically, if we did have some stuff that was overlapping, we could also use the auto nest function into the top right corner to fix anything like that, to make sure that our sheet is built as well as spaced properly. Now, speaking of spaced properly, you can always adjust your image margin up here into the top of the gang sheet builder, and you can always add or lessen the margin in between your images. I certainly recommend leaving enough space, sufficient space to be able to cut in between your transfers as opposed to accidentally cutting your transfers. So there's a lot of different things that you can use here in the builder. There's even some other tools that you can take advantage of. If you prefer to, you can always use the fit check to see what items might look like or to get some size recommendations for what you'd prefer to do. You can also edit your image in the builder if you need to remove backgrounds or upscale qualities, or like we talked about with potentially changing the color of your image. So with this, you can replace your color in here as well if you prefer to do so. Similarly to how we changed the color when we were working with it onto the gang sheet as well. Now, once you're all finished with your sheet, everything looks good, you can go ahead and get ready to save and add to cart. Now, I certainly do recommend also, especially if you're using white images or other light color images, you can always use a visual aid just to check to make sure that everything looks good. Especially if you used a background remover prior to this, you'll want to make sure to kind of check your work prior to submitting. Now, if you save and add to cart, this doesn't mean that you're going to get a bunch of black background into your design. It's just an aid to help you then make sure that you didn't make any mistakes. But once we've done this, we can go ahead and save it and add to cart. Now you'll see here that this flagged for the minimum quantity required. So 8 is the quantity required here, and so we're going to go ahead and adjust our quantity back up to 8. Now we can go ahead and name this. And naming it will make sure to give you an easy way to identify it. It'll also help you find it later if you need to come back to it and get it reprinted. In the builder, it will let you know if there's any overlapped images, low resolution images, items that overlap the artboard, or any semi-transparent pixels detected. We particularly see stuff with semi-transparent pixels with AI artwork. You'll also need to check here that you don't have any copyrighted or trademarked images on your board, that you're not using anything with anyone else's intellectual property. And once this is all good, you can go ahead and save it and add it to the cart. Now, once this is into your cart, you'll be able to go ahead and to check out and place your order. And for sure, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, whether that's an email to support@atlantavinylstore.com, a phone call, or if you want to leave something in the comments below. We're always happy to help and make sure that you get this process done right. Thanks for watching, and let us know what you'd like to see in our next videos and if you have any questions for us.